Alright, no intro, let's cut to the chase. You've seen the title of this video. I'm here to tell you my honest opinion of Call of Duty Vanguard. Honestly, it's just Modern Warfare 2021. I will be shortly discussing the pros I have of this game, the cons I have of this game, and the yucky, gross, bad negatives of the game. And I'm warning you, there is a lot. Anyways, let's do this. The pros of it. Okay, first I want to preface by saying that this is a beta. This stuff and the cons or negatives are all totally subject to change, and that Call of Duty loves to change their shit when it's broken. The first thing I want to talk about is just how good the colors of this game are. The game looks really pretty, and I've only played it on PS4 Pro, which is a good sign. I haven't moved to PC yet, like all the Warzone kids, so this is the casual experience you're listening from. This game looks decent on console, and I'm pleased to say the game has at least 2 shades of every color, with at least 4 shades of gray because they had to please the MW kids somehow. The gunplay, if you're using 4/5 of the assault rifles or one of the one of the 2 SMGs that are good, feels amazing. I will bring up the weapons later, but for now I will say that the gunplay at its very core is pretty good and makes me feel like I am shooting a gun. Yes, I have shot a real gun before, which is a fact that will come into play later, believe it or not. The guns look decent, and they play decent, which is better than Cold War had to offer. Finally, and this one is a big one for me, the sniping, namely quickscoping, feels super good and responsive. The snipers feel beefy and powerful, as they should, but this is also a problem that I'll get to later. However, the snipers for quickscopers are good and consistent. Cons. Yes, hilariously, that is literally all of the pros I had about this game. Here are the cons, and again, be warned, there is a lot. This game is really fucking buggy. Of course, the game is a beta, and of all things I want to be fixed, this is most likely to be fixed. The game is definitely a beta build of a game coming out in 2 months. It has bugs, as to be expected, and that's okay, because again, it's a beta. Cold War was the only Call of Duty that had no bugs in the beta because the game was literally given to us 2 months early, and the beta felt the exact same as the full launch of the game, and even consistent now in Season 5 of that game's launch. There's lots of glitches with visibility, which at the time of editing and writing are being fixed and worked on. There are multitudes of audio glitches, and there's a lot of odd visual glitches in the menu which could literally induce seizures to those who are epileptic. In my gameplay, I believe at some point you noticed that. The guns, as stated earlier, I would come back to the guns. This game is Modern Warfare 2, World War II, Captain Butcher, Cereal Box mode, and as such, this game has stupidly broken assault rifles and SMGs. Specifically the STG-44 and the MP40. If you are not using these guns, you cannot play the game if you're running around. These guns will literally beam you faster than you can react, and Gunsmith does not help with that, which we will, again, get into later. The STG-44 and MP40 have 0 recoil and can kill anyone at any range, which is stupid because the guns aren't snipers. However, on the flip side, the Itra Burst is perhaps not only the worst gun in this game, but the worst gun in Call of Duty history. It is a 4-round burst assault rifle with tons of recoil, and it only has 20 rounds in the magazine. To top it off, the gun also fires horrifically slow and takes 2 to 3 bursts to kill, 4 to 5 with body armor, which is in multiplayer to appease the Warzone people. These guns are perhaps the least balanced batch of weapons, and you do not see complaints anywhere because every single lobby is using the STG and the MP40. Obviously, when you use the best gun in the game, you won't realize how busted the gun is, but every gun in a Call of Duty game should have their place in said game, hence why there are multiple options. The shotguns are also incredibly underpowered if you choose to use them like a shotgun. You can change the shotguns into a sniper rifle via the slug round attachment, which is probably also broken, but I couldn't level my gun up because the shotguns simply do not compete with the MP40 and the STG. Moving on before I get too angry. Sound direction. This game, simply put, sounds awful. It sounds almost fake. I don't know. All of the guns sound incredibly weak, especially considering that you can fire explosive bullets, really large caliber bullets, really large LMGs, etc. The footsteps are quiet, which is a good thing, but they're too quiet. I don't want little Timmy to camp with the MP40 and a quarter and kill me because he heard me 4 stories above and 6 yards to the left with his Astro headset. But I would also like to hear when someone is coming up behind me. It's like they can't get the sounds right, and it is so weird. Cold War had some auditory improvements from in beta, so we'll see where this goes. Moving on, the score streaks and the map design. Both of these go hand in hand, so I lumped them together. Speaking as someone who hates score streaks and kill streaks and wants them removed from Call of Duty, I also hate kill streaks with a passion because it encourages the literal opposite of what everyone wants. Everyone wants score streaks, but Sledgehammer gave us the kill streaks. They should reset on death, so I'm happy they do, but also they should be score streaks because they encourage objective play. However, this is where we get to the map design. With how open the fucking maps in this game are and how stupidly one-sided they are, I would not be surprised if the Sledgehammer devs sit with an STG at the top of that dumbass boat on Gavudu anyways. The map design is literally made to encourage camping because if you move in this game you die. Simple as that. Yes, I do suck at Call of Duty, but at least I'm capable enough to realize that there are analog sticks on my controller. Meanwhile, Timmy Pricklethums is sitting on a head glitch with a broken ass gun, and because mounting is in the game, he has zero recoil and just beams me cross map. The map design thus far is awful. Hotel Royale, which is my favorite map in the game, is still one of the worst maps I've ever seen. The mechanics they want to work don't work how they thought they would work, like the destructible environments and shit. And lastly, here are some nitpicks I had with the beta. This shit is only my problem. Leveling up. This will not be fixed because Activision has a really big problem for just wanting to make you level up as slow as possible, while also giving you 74 weapon levels on every gun, and also giving you 55 levels to go through. All really damn slowly. This game's EXP rate is horrible. I played for 8 hours straight in one day on this stupid beta and got to level 13. This game wants you to use the STG, which, by the way, levels up faster than all of the other guns. Every other gun took around 50 to 60 kills in my experience to get to level 10. Meanwhile, the STG took till about the 30 mark to get to level 10. This goes hand in hand with the weapon thing, where it's almost like they know they can't balance the game, so they just chuck all of the good shit on the assault rifle and the SMG and call it a day. Gunsmith. You should not have 10 attachments. Simply put, there was a time where having 6 attachments on a gun meant you could not have equipment, perks, anything. But now you can have both 10 attachments, equipment, and perks, and a secondary, and a possible secondary primary with 10 attachments. If Modern Warfare 19 had a problem with Gunsmith's 5 attachments being crazy, I don't even know who said to Sledgehammer Games, hey guys, what about 10? It's stupid and almost tacky. Also, they encourage that you build the weapons to be how you wish to play, which is a great concept. But then you have 10 attachments that are far better than the rest of the attachments, and it's frankly irritating to see that they can't just let weapons be tailor-made to run and gun gameplay. It's all long engagement, no recoil stupidity that kills you as fast as possible from the top of a head glitch that you can't see. To conclude, this game needs a lot of fixes, and a lot of the nitpicks that I have with the game are because of stupid design decisions that they already made so they cannot change them. It's also a Call of Duty game, so they won't balance these weapons, they'll instead shorten their range because all they care about is making sure that people still slave away on their game. Yes, like me. I understand I am a hypocrite for saying that this game that I pre-ordered is bad and that they should fix these issues, but simply put, I truly think Call of Duty would be better off just dying at this point unless they completely overhaul the experience and rigid release schedule of these games. It is becoming more and more apparent every year that this franchise I love is being poisoned by bad game decisions, a toxic fan base that makes me embarrassed to even say I'm part of, and most importantly, marketing decisions where they only listen to pro players, not what the casuals are saying. Casuals are what are keeping their stupid fucking game alive, so I don't understand why they don't listen to us for once. All of these rants are coming from someone who has loved Sledgehammer's games in the past, and I wanted to see Vanguard succeed. Hell, I was even excited for this beta, but again, here we are. I single-handedly blame Warzone for this downfall of a game because they had to make the engine fit suit with Warzone, and it pisses me off because Sledgehammer is so good at their core. The thing that worries me the most is that fucking Treyarch is doing the zombies on this game. I grew into Call of Duty from zombies. From zombies, I learned that there was a certain love for developing a story with characters and throughout games, and I learned that games could be fun and tell an amazing story at the same time, that the player interacted with and the characters grew with the players as we got older. Then Cold War came out and shat on all of that. It has no personality. Outbreak took up 70% of Cold War's life cycle, and the maps we got aren't even on the same tier as past entries. Yes, that counts Black Ops 4. Sledgehammer Games and even Infinity Ward were willing to break off from zombies and try new things that I loved. World War II had terrifying enemies and cool environments, while Infinity Ward just got lucky and hit a perfect 10 on every map except for Beast from the West, which was a solid 9. So I was looking forward to Vanguard when they said that Vanguard was getting zombies, but then I learned that Treyarch was making zombies and they're going with Cold War's story too, which means it's going to be the same formulaic bullshit and the same no personality as Cold War, and you know, that really upsets me. But at the end of the day, I'm still a Call of Duty fan, and I also still have a glimmer of hope that this game will rise like a phoenix and become something better than I could have ever thought it would be. And you know what? If you love Vanguard how it is right now, I am so happy for you. I'm super happy that you can find happiness in a game where everyone literally uses the same gun at the top of the map, and they just fucking shoot you from 400 miles away, and they kill you at the speed of light. That's all I have to say for now, and I will be making more videos on Vanguard on launch. And I just want to also say that that I never got back to the sniper thing. The snipers feel almost too, like, they feel too powerful, but they also feel not powerful enough at the same time. There's times where you will get shot in this game, and this applies for every gun, and there will be no flinch on it, and that's stupid. I just wanted to say that because I wrote the script for this at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I still agree with all of it, just I never got back to the sniper thing. Goodbye, and that is all I had to say for now.